Hello, and welcome to the Unisys ClearPath OS 2200 Release 18.0 Technical Update for DBAGENT 2.0. My name is Ryan Kavanaugh, and I am a Senior Engineer at Unisys, and I am excited to share with you what is new for the DBAGENT product in Release 18.0. In this video, you will be introduced to the DBAGENT 2.0, a new product for ClearPath OS 2200 Release 18.0. This video will discuss the DBAGENT's general aspects, installation and configuration, user ID requirements, startup, console commands, and the metadata that is available. The product is identified in Premise as DBAGENT, one word, all caps. In the documentation and other media, the product is also referred to as Database Agent or DBAGENT. Going forward in this video, it will be referred to as the DBAGENT. This is the second release of the DBAGENT, so for the ClearPath OS 2200 Release 18.0, the product name is DBAGENT 2.0. For this release, the DBAGENT is delivered as a non-symbolic Solar installable product. The DBAGENT continues to be installed one per application group on a given OS 2200 system. The DBAGENT provides both physical and logical metadata found in the universal data system for the specific application group that is selected. This information is provided to the Apex product for display on the database web pages, which are part of the Apex web interface. The DBAGENT is no longer installed as part of UREP using mode DBAGENT. This means you are no longer required to upgrade the UDS product suite to attain the most recent DBAGENT release. Standalone updates with the latest features and fixes are now possible. When installing, each application group install can be performed using the same tape. By default, the DBAGENT installs into Application Group 3, UDS SRC. To install the DBAGENT into a different application group, specify the qualifier of the desired application group in the Alternative Product Qualifier field found on the Additional Installation Information screen during the Solar installation. During installation, two program files are created. DBA$agent contains the DBAGENT executable program and is read-only. DBA$util contains the DBAGENT configuration, the start run stream, and scripts for creating and removing the DBAGENT catalog. Additionally, three other files are created for logging purposes. DBA$log contains the logging information. DBA$trace contains the diagnostic tracing information. DBA$diag is the DAG file for the DBAGENT. All files are automatically created and populated based on the qualifier specified. By default, this will be the qualifier of the application group being targeted by the Solar installation. During installation, the DBAGENT catalog is created. The user ID performing the installation will become the owner of the two schemas created as part of the DBAGENT catalog. To ensure successful installation of the DBAGENT, certain requirements must be met. The i18n lib and Apex products must be installed on the ClearPath OS 2200 system. The UREP and RDMAS products must be installed for the targeted application group of the installation. It is recommended to use levels of these products from the same ClearPath release as the DBAGENT. The application group targeted by the installation must be up. User ID performing the installation must meet the following requirements. Must have Solar install privileges to run prod LD. Must be the owner of the UREP system tables and have access to the RDMS system tables for the application group being targeted by the installation. Unisys recommends using the same user ID used to install UREP for the targeted application group. If the DBAGENT was previously installed for the targeted application group, the same user ID used to perform the previous installation must be used for the new installation. This is because the installation process will remove and recreate the DBAGENT catalog. If a different user ID is desired for the installation, the DBAGENT catalog must be manually removed with the previous user ID by executing the catalog removal script found in the DBA$util program file. No changes or input are required after installation, however, some may be desired. Any changes made while the DBAGENT is running will require a restart. Possible changes include, but are not limited to, configuration file updates found in dba$util.config to change the port number the DBAgent listens on, to change the name or location of the trace and log files, to change the key and ID used by the DBAgent, or to change the maximum number of concurrent client connections the DBAgent can have. This last value determines the maximum number of Apex requests that the DBAgent can handle at one time. For a full list of the parameters found in the configuration file, see the ClearPath OS 2200 Database Agent Administration Guide, Section 3, Configuring the DBAgent. Additionally, the run stream used to start the DBAgent found at dba$util.runDBAgent can be changed. For example, can update the @run image that is part of the script in order to specify an account number or project ID associated with the DBAgent run. Finally, you can limit access to the DBAgent catalog by restricting read access on the catalog to certain users or groups. By default, the DBAgent catalog allows read access for all users and groups. The DBAgent user ID requires the SS level privilege in order to be assigned the correct executing or switching priority based on the value in the configuration file, and the SS console privilege in order to provide console commands. The user ID must be a master run user ID in the UDS active configuration for the application group targeted by the installation in order to open database threads on behalf of the logged in Apex user. In order to start the DBAgent, the user ID must have read access to the DBAgent catalog, which all users have by default. The DBAgent runs as a batch program on the OS 2200 platform. The DBAgent creates multiple activities to manage each database request received from the Apex agent. The maximum number of activities the DBAgent can have at one time may be changed in the configuration file of the DBAgent. The default run ID for the DBAgent is DBAXX, where XX is the 2-digit application group number. For example, for application group 3, the run ID is DBA03. The run ID of the DBAgent may be changed in the configuration file of the DBAgent. The DBAgent has a single option that can be set when the DBAgent is started. This option is N. It indicates the source of the configuration file must not be displayed during the validation or normal execution process. This option is set by default, and it is recommended this option is always set. To remove this option, update the run stream at dba$util.runDBAgent. To start the DBAgent, execute @start space dba$util.runDBAgent. The DBAgent has its own console commands that are executed with the OS 2200 command @cons keyandname command, where keyandname by default is DBAXX, where XX is the 2-digit application group number. For example, for application group 3, the key and name is DBA03. The key and name may be updated in the configuration file for the DBAgent. A full list of the available console commands for the DBAgent can be found in the ClearPath OS 2200 Database Agent Administration Guide, Section 4.3, Monitoring and Modifying the Server Operation. Common commands are help, which displays a summary of the available console commands for the DBAgent, level, which displays the current level of the DBAgent, status, which displays the general information about the state of the server, including start time, number of requests made, time of last request, and COM API information. File names, which displays the file names for the log and trace file. Configuration, which displays the operation parameter values from the DBAgent configuration file found at dba$util.config, which is used as part of the startup process for the DBAgent. Turn on or off trace, turns tracing for the DBAgent on or off. Terminate gracefully or immediately, which terminates the DBAgent server and all associated worker activities of the DBAgent. The purpose of the DBAgent is to provide both logical and physical metadata for the data structures and objects in the UDS for the targeted application group. Requests for the information come from the Apex agent running on the OS 2200 system, and responses are then returned to the Apex agent. The Apex agent then passes these responses to the Apex database web pages, which initially requested them, and the information in the response is displayed on the web page. There are 3 database web pages in Apex: UDS Active Configuration, UDS Object Explorer, and UDS Product Information. For the UDS Active Configuration page, the following information may be requested from the DBAgent and displayed on the web page: name and installation information of the configuration, general attributes, page bank information, dedicated entries information, retention files information, and logical data manager information of the active configuration. For the UDS Object Explorer page, the following information may be requested from the DBAgent and displayed on the web page: attributes, properties, and information relating to each RDMS object type, including schema, storage area, table, column, index, constraint, view, trigger, routine, and parameter. For the UDS Product Information page, the following information may be requested from the DBAgent and displayed on the web page: loaded level of the RDMS and RSA database products. Thank you for watching this presentation introducing the DBAgent product as part of the Unisys ClearPath OS 2200 18.0 release. In it, we covered the general information about the product, how to install the product, the installation requirements, possible configuration changes that can be made, requirements of the user ID using the product, how to start the DBAgent, the console commands that are available, and what information is available through the DBAgent.
Unisys offers a comprehensive set of ClearPath Forward services to enrich the value of your ClearPath Forward applications, data, and systems. Please contact your Unisys representative for more information.